On today's episode of Every Single Morning, we are going to discuss the non benefits of when good sex, or when we like to say the D or the P, goes bad. It's hot in the beginning, it's wild, it's fun, it's real. But what happens when the sex dies down and all you have left are your personalities? Would you stay? That's what we're going to discuss right now, right here on Every Single Morning. Welcome to Every Single Morning. We have to applaud ourselves because nobody's doing it for us. So, welcome to Every Single Morning. I'm Tanja.
I'm O'Shea.
And we are so glad that you've joined us today. Thank you so much. And hope you ain't shacking with us. Hope you are a subscriber.
Let's get married.
And if not, please like, comment, subscribe, and definitely share, because we definitely want you to share, because we have some very interesting shows on this channel. And for the amount of viewership that we get, we know that we should be getting a lot more. So that's on you. So like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, as Impressive TV always likes to say. Shout out to her. So, speaking of subscribers, I'm still praying for 5,000 subscribers. So, since we didn't make our Valentine's Day deadline, I'm hoping to reach it by April 2nd, which is my birthday. So, we want to reach 5K by my birthday. See, that rhymes? Yeah.
If y'all do not get us to 5K, I'm gonna do Beyonce's Coachella. I'm just saying.
You'll sing every single song on these episodes and won't rest until you subscribe.
Look, I've been drinking.
Oh God, that's so funny. But as my birthday gift, let's reach 5,000 subscribers. Okay? Spread the word.
A beautiful present.
That would be. So today's topic, when the good D and P goes bad. So, as I stated in the intro, when two people have good sex, and that's basically...
Hold on. Let's do our disclaimer.
Oh, you know what? I haven't played this disclaimer in a while. I guess we should. Yeah. Let's throw some music in there and
do the disclaimer.
And let's do the disclaimer. Okay, now that we got the disclaimer out there, thank you for the heads up.
Yeah.
As heavens to Murgatroyd, if YouTube marks this episode. Anyway, so when the good D or P goes bad. Now, we based this episode off of one of our shows that O'Shea and I like to watch, called Tyler Perry's Sisters. Sisters. More specific. And one of the characters on the show is Andy Barnes, the
Mhm.
hotshot attorney,
Yes.
um, who is wicked in the courtroom, but can't get it straight as far as her love life is concerned. So, so she is with this dude named Gary, and he's been around since season one. And in the beginning, everything was just peachy keen. They met in the gym. Things got hot and heated. Sex is great. Oh, so I say relations because oh heavens to Murgatroyd, how many times have I said this word already? Um,
Hmm.
um, the relations was good,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of these things keeps happening to her in association of being with him. So first and foremost, he was still married at the time. She
Mm.
was.
Talk
Second,
about it.
the wife approached her and let her know that they were still married. Third, he had the IRS on his tail and the FBI for suspicion of conspiracy or something along those lines, and wanted to send her to this big old house in, West Bubblefart. And next thing you know, here comes the FBI
Bubble, wait,
coming.
bubble farts.
Well, I can't say the other word, so I said West Bubblefart.
Yeah, the names.
So I just replaced it in the boondocks. So,
Bubble fart.
so anyway, um, so then he puts his money into her account, and that's why her money was frozen and all that other stuff.
uh,
And then I can't remember. They're going on 5 seasons. They've gone through so much, but they allegedly, and I have to, even though it's a show, I'm still going to put this, allegedly broke up, but
mm,
they're still having casual relations with each other
mm,
because they know they ain't good for, well, let me rephrase that. She knows that they ain't good for each other, but still they still carry on.
mm.
So what's keeping them bonded is the good relations. Well, what happens when that dies? Or not say dies, let me take that back.
What's with
Um,
it?
when it subsides. That's a better term. So when the good relations subsides and then just all you have left in your relationship is what? There hasn't been any chemistry between each other. It says there's like just good relations on her end, but obsession on his end. So,
Mhm.
hence the reason why we're doing this episode today, because there are a lot of people in real life who have relationships, but the foundation is their relations. But once the relation subsides, the real question is, what else do you have?
Mm.
Hmm. So, O'Shea, your thoughts?
Well, see, it's the relations that be getting people hooked up, but the ship doesn't already sail. It's the ship that already sailed, and I think we should call it quits. when there's no ship. There's just relation. There's no ship because what you end up dealing with is the actual person, and you realize they're a great lay, but I wouldn't I wouldn't file taxes. I would not follow them to the corner store. Some of them I wouldn't spit on them.
And then the add insult to injury, a lot of these couples be having children and they don't have like a relationship to base their whole thing on.
Well, see, that's an even deeper problem because you have good D and P that goes bad, and then you bring children into a toxic environment to, and the children is supposed to fix y'all. So you put a unjust assignment on a child. And the thing is I believe, now this is just me, I believe that the child can feel the weight of that responsibility. Hence the reason why we have a lot of children and a lot of people in later years of their lives unalive themselves because they can't fix it. And they sometimes, if you're not careful, your children hear you. I had the baby for you, and that was supposed to fix this, and that was supposed to, and that's an unjust way to wait to put on your children.
Yeah.
That's an unjust way to put on your children, rather than to just say it's over. The BB King said it best. The thrill, the thrill is gone, and there's no more. There's nothing left here, and let's quit, and let's not bring children into this toxicity. Let's not bring children into this. And even worse, then we stay together a number of years and we wasted our youth with the wrong person.
Yeah.
When we, but my thing is, does it deal with our value though? How do you feel about yourself if you allow yourself to go through that?
If you feel that relations is all that you can offer,
Yeah. Is there something broken in you, in the way, in your self-esteem? You
it
see what
goes
I'm
back to
saying?
our previous episode, does it not?
Yeah.
About the whole brokenness thing. And um,
But
if
I guess I'd say from a woman's point of view, do you think that it goes back to self-esteem? Why women tolerate?
it could be a part, but it also depends on the woman because some women, that's all they want. They
Okay.
may not want nothing more than a you know a relational relationship. You know,
But do you be honest with the man and say that, or is he, or do you constantly lie to him?
if they're grown enough, they will say it from the beginning. Straight up. They just like a lot of these dudes nowadays when they say that they're supposed to be honest and they said, "Look, I'm not looking for anything serious. I just want a casual relationship, nothing more, nothing less." And if you say that from the jump and the woman agrees to it, then yeah, then all you have is a casual relationship, nothing more. But if you spend the whole relationship based off of a lie, that's your foundation. Your whole foundation is based off a lie.
Mhm. So you believe that if they be honest, yeah.
Yeah. Because a lot of, not a lot, let me take that back. There are some women who are happy with their lives. They, don't want to be in a committed relationship, and everything in their life is good. They just want some good D. So if they just let the dude know, hey, this is all I'm looking for, I just want some good D, and you go about your business and I go about mine, and then when I hit you up, that's what I want. And some women do operate that way.
Okay, but what do he do if he starts catching feelings?
Now that's going to be another conversation, because that's the same thing with the woman too. Because now some people get caught up in their feelings because the D is good or the P is good, but that
Yeah.
don't necessarily mean that
Eh,
the person is good. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, but then she did the twister thing on the, and then I was like, it's time to get married.
So you want to get married just because she did that particular trick in bed, and you hooked now, hook, line, and
Nobody
sinker.
else can have this. This can't be out on the loose in front.
Because there are some dudes that be like, nah, I gotta wife you up because I can't picture you doing this move with another
Yes.
dude. I can't see
Okay.
that.
Okay. So you get what I'm saying. So then what do we do? Like, okay, no, that was too good.
If How can two come together except they agree?
Oh, here we go.
Just saying.
Yo, but
Because if the woman is like, nah, we good, because if that's not what she's looking for, if she doesn't want a commitment, if she doesn't even want a relationship, and all she just wants is some good peen in the vagine, as Kev on stage like to say, um, what can you do?
yeah, I mean, what can you do but stand outside the house with a radio and
You know
in the
what?
rain?
Isn't
Just
that what romantic movies consist of? Unrequited love.
it's
And
like
it's not even love, it's
I wasn't
unrequited
even
lust.
I wasn't even gonna do this, but yeah, I can't go back to
Mm.
the way it used to be. I, I I can't go back to the way it used to be because that movie done changed my life forever.
Yeah, because some people do caught up. I mean, can't get caught in their feelings, I should say. I will never forget the time where I was with my friend at the time, because
Mm-hmm.
we're not friends anymore. So I feel I could share the story without mentioning names.
Okay.
Um,
Yes. Don't mention
so
the name to protect the innocent,
exactly.
although he may be guilty as sin.
Just saying. So, um, um, my friend was involved with this dude, and she wasn't feeling him at first, but um, he said something. I guess he had the gift of gab or something, and he just said something to her, said the right thing to her to be like, all right, I'll give you a shot. And then they were talking, and then they were talking, and then the next thing you know, um,
Boom.
they had relations, and then next thing you know, they had a relationship, and then they got into a relationship, and they had even more relations, and then they've been, together for almost a year. And I don't remember the details as far as what caused the breakup or the breakdown in their relationship. All I know was my friend at the time, she did not want to let go. And he was telling her, like, nah, we're good, we're done, all this other stuff. And I mean, it was so bad that we literally traveled two trains and a ferry to go to this dude's, no, two trains, a ferry, and a bus to go to this dude's house and just stay in front of his house. And I'm trying to stop her from preventing from embarrassing herself, but it was the summertime. Everybody was outside their houses chilling on their porches, and she's calling out his name in front of his house. He won't answer, and she just kept screaming, and I was like, such and such, let's go, let's go, we can't do this, let's go. And then she's still yelling and like, this ain't over, this can't be over, you can't do this to me, and blah blah blah. Meanwhile, almost the entire block is looking at this whole scenario, and I'm not,
Oh man.
I'm embarrassed for her, and I'm trying to,
Yeah.
you know, pull her back and be like, I was like, such and such, we can't do this. We can't do this. Let's go. Let's go. And she just kept saying like, what, all these things you did with me. I can't picture this with anybody else. We need to talk, and all this other stuff. And it's like, and by the time we finally got back on the bus to get back on the ferry, and I dropped her off at the train or whatever, but um I was she was I had to console her because it was so bad, especially on the ferry. The way she broke down, it hurt my heart for her because, she was really into this dude and stuff like that. And it was really, really something.
Mm.
Coincidentally enough, he and even though me and this person ain't friends, but me and that dude, we're still friends on Facebook. But I digress.
Oh, oh wow. Oh wow. Um, I can only say that I've been suicidal over one P, and that was the ex wife. Um, that I almost committed. I almost unalived myself
I'm
over it.
I'm proud of you. I know that was hard.
So yes, because I was going to just
Yeah.
yeah. I almost unalived myself over it. I had taken blood thinners.
Mm,
I had I actually had several unalive attempts, and I had taken the blood thinners. I had tried to strangle myself
my God.
in front of the school
Wow.
where we went to college at. And so it was just traumatic.
Wow.
So when I say, you know, get out is not worth it, it's not, that's a real message because I had a cousin, he did unalive himself over. the P. And so, I mean, nothing is worth your peace. Nothing is worth your peace. Now, some people, when they experience something like that, it's like, I'll never try another relationship. Me, I'm optimistic. Uh, you know, I try another one and another one and another one and another. You know, I will keep trying until God shows me the right woman. Because one thing you have to understand, even about the good, P and D, it was that person you didn't like, uh, not people, not gender. It was that person.
Yeah.
And well, the thing of it is, don't connect everybody to what he was or what she was.
Right.
Don't connect everybody to that. And then there's something that we must mention also. These are soul ties that you rope yourself into.
Yeah.
So it's more than just you fighting for the relationship because I don't want to let this relationship go. This is another entity in your relationship. And I'm just gonna say it, the devil is in the details.
Mm.
Because he um and I'm gonna do a intentional plug right here. It's like the series we did on the Python Spirit.
Oh yeah.
If you
Oh yeah.
want to know what's going on and why you can't unhook yourself, go visit that whole 30. It's a whole 31-day series on the Python Spirit, and we deal with every characteristic
Oh
of,
my. Yes, we did.
and you are going to see that it's more than just your emotions, it's more than just your feelings, it's more than just the history. Um, it's more than just all of that. You have to understand that there is something else involved in it. And then let me say this to those that are hooked on the D and the P. When it goes bad and you give the reasoning, well, we have so much history together. If you stay with someone according to your history, you do it at the expense of your destiny.
Woo! Say that again for the person who was on the sides.
If you stay with someone because of your history, you do it at the expense of your destiny. Now, let me give credit to where credit is due because that's not mine. um, Bishop T.D. Jakes actually said that in a life class with Oprah because here's the thing. You say, I have history with this person. We have great sex. We have great this. We have great that. But then when God calls the roll for your destiny, you're not present because of your history.
True. 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 True.
And the thing of it is, I can love you to pieces, but I don't love you enough to miss out on what God has called me to do. I don't love you enough to miss out on what God wants for me in this life because you. Because let me say this to the ladies and the men: you may be able to find your wife soon as you let go of your girlfriend.
All right now. Just saying.
you can't you can't and I'm gonna quote somebody else. You cannot have big when little got you.
Mm, now that is true.
So here's the thing. And Juanita Bynum said that I make sure I answer my credits so they won't say I stole their stuff. I didn't steal. I gave you credit. You can't have, so you have a big destiny. You have a big purpose. You have a big this. You have a big that. But because you are holding on to the little history you have with Tevin, you're holding on to the little history you have with Shanika. You're holding on to the little history. You can't access the big. God says, I have something for you, but little is taking place. And then you won't even heal from it. You won't even heal. I'll never let it go. And it's people that say, I'll love him. I'll love him. I'll love her forever. I'll take them to my grave. Uh
The devil is a liar. The
uh-uh.
truth ain't in him.
uh. No. I'm getting to know somebody else. Cause why you because while I'm loving you to my grave, you out there getting to know a lot of somebody.
Hmm. Or even
And
married to somebody and moved on with your life.
I'm not built like that. I'm built different because one I may mope over you, I may cry over you. But once I see that you have moved on, I got the gift of goodbye. I will forget you ever existed.
Yeah.
I will forget your mama ever met your daddy.
Oh no.
Because I got too much. And you have to realize, is it that good that I'm going to waste everything that God has invested in me? I'm going to waste everything that I could obtain in the future because of this one pain. I'm just gonna throw it caution to the wind. No, I'm not built like that. I'm built better. And maybe you were shouting in front of a door that was too small anyway.
True. True.
And the enemy made them blessed in the right places so that you would be stuck. But what you need to show him is there is no size too great for me not to move on. There is no peace so good that I won't pass.
Now that's true.
Because once he sees that that works, and that's the thing that I keep telling people in our church as well. And people like, I want the devil to just leave me alone. Or I want him to just stop doing this and stop doing. And I said, why would he stop doing it if it's working? If I'm the devil and I see you wrapped up in this guy, or I see you wrapped up in this girl, why would I stop using them? Why would I stop? Why would I stop using what works? When it stops working is when I'm going to stop doing it.
Right.
Because I can remember when me and my ex-wife broke up, and I was just so tied to the child, so tied to this beautiful woman that she's still beautiful. I ain't one of those that she ugly now because I ain't with her. Oh, I ain't one of those because then that would say something about my dating history, and what we not gonna do is say. But I'm tied to this beautiful woman, and I'm so tied to her to the point to where we could have a powerful time on one of my conference lines or something at the church that we're doing, and it never fails. Soon as we have a powerful time, here she go. And I'm like, who is this? And then I open. This is what I do. I open the door and I let her in. And all of a sudden, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to preach. Can somebody else preach? Because I and I started noticing the cycle. This person comes around every time I'm getting higher in God. Every time I'm going to another level in God, this person comes around to yank me back down to where I'm used to being. And so I noticed that it was a soul tie. I noticed that it was a soul tie because I'm telling you, I wouldn't get out of bed. I would just be in bed. There was a time when I used to sleep with a bottle of wine, alcohol.
Mhm.
I understood that the enemy was using that. And then I remember when I asked God to free me from the soul tie. I said, God, I need you to free me because this is what I said. I said, she immobilizes me.
Mm. That takes a lot to be honest about that, though, because a lot of people are in denial about that or don't even want to acknowledge that. So the fact that you acknowledge that says a lot.
Well, the thing is that I realize I can't conquer what I don't confront.
Hmm.
So I had to be honest about it if I was going to be healed from it. Because if I did not be honest about it, it was going to play with me in the dark.
Mm.
See, the enemy likes to play with us in the dark. Whatever you won't bring the light, he'll play with you in the dark.
True.
So that's why he tells you, nobody has to. I don't see nothing. You see?
Hmm. You're right.
Nobody has to know. R. Kelly didn't come up with it myself.
Whole nother subject. So,
Yeah. And so he will play with those things in the background. So I had to say, God, she immobilizes me. I can't be a prophet and be connected to her. Not like this. And yeah, I use broken English. Not like this. Because I notice she takes the passion out of me to preach. She takes the passion out of me to help people. I just want to go to bed and shut the rest of the world out. And you ain't gonna be able to use me. She immobilizes me, so I want to be free. And I was telling God, I said, but I won't even know how you free me. And he said, yes, you will. He said, keep her around. And I said, do what now? Keep her around. Why? He said, because grade yourself on your deliverance. I said, grade my, this is God walking me through deliverance. He says, how you respond to her tells whether you're being delivered or not. Because I used to hate she used to come over and talk to me about other relationships she was having, and because she had in her mind that we was friends, and I was like, I'm not your friend. I'll kill anyone that gets close to
Oh, wow.
you. But I had to play the role
Mhm.
because we talked about that before. Okay, I'd rather play the role to have you in my life. I know all the time I'm not your friend, not none of that. But that's what you said. So here we are.
True.
So y'all see everything I've been teaching y'all every single morning. It's because I'm a product of teaching.
That he is.
Um, so I was her friend, never, but in her mind I was. So she would tell me about these relationships, and every time she would tell me about it, the enemy in her saw my face change to where it was written on my face that I didn't like it. It was written on my face that, okay, I see my next victim.
And and truth be told, she got off on it.
Mm-hmm.
She got off on it. She
Yeah,
got off on it until she realized when you were fully delivered and that she
yeah,
couldn't play with your emotions anymore.
yeah. Because I used to be like that, and then I was trying to get out of the emotion so bad that I started lying to her. I started lying to her and saying, yeah, I got a date too, and since we're friends, I think I could talk to you about this. And so we're going to go see a scary movie, and I want her to be all up in my lap and all. Yeah. So what should I go see? Then you saw her face change, and that was satisfaction to me for a while because I was like, finally, you feel the things I feel. But I can remember when I stopped playing that game and got delivered from the power of the power of the P and what we used to do and all of this is when she came over and she was like, I'm looking for something for my boyfriend and I want to get him something for his birthday. And she asked me, what should I get him? And I had no reaction, but this is what I thought. I said, you know what? I saw this new Adidas set at Walmart. You can get him this, and you can bless him with thus, and so. And I was like, and I will even get it for you, and you just pay me back. I'll get it for you, and you pay me back. She looked at me like you said, Tanja, wait, you don't care no more. And it was like, no, we're friends, right? We're cool. I'm totally delivered. So I'm not having that emotion anymore. I'm not having that emotion. And she looked at like, what is going on? Why can I affect him like this anymore? And God says, now that you were able to buy that young man a gift, hand it to her, and have her pay you back for the gift. Now you delivered because you no longer have that reaction anymore. But when I got in a see, because this thing came full circle. When I got in a new relationship, that didn't work either. But when I got in a new relationship, I got to see her change and her with the stink face. Because the girlfriend that I had at the time, she hated it. And then she came over to the house one day and she asked me because the enemy went once you don't care anymore and once you deliver, he's going to try to find another open door into your life.
That he does.
So what she came in with was, well, what if we got back together? But this is what I tell people. Make sure you're done with the D, you done with the P, and make sure you're emotionally done. Why? Because when the enemy comes with that accusation, well, what if we got back together? I don't care. I don't care if you was the last person on earth that I was. I love you. I will see if I won't let you die of thirst or starvation. But
But that's as far as it goes.
that's as far as it goes. I'm not gonna fall in love with you just because you're the only person. I will fall in love with the cactus before I fall in love with you.
He did not just say a cactus.
you know, oh, I will fall in love with a cactus before I fall in love with you because I'm emotionally done. So when she said, if we get back together, because I noticed it was the power of the P trying to rope me back in again. I'm not falling for it. Not falling for it. So I told her, I said, don't ever say that again. I said, furthermore, look, I said, let me let you know something. First of all, I wouldn't care what nobody said. If we were to get back together again, if I wanted to, but don't you ever say that again because I'm so delivered that you don't even know how delivered I am. And I said the number of years that it took, because it took years. Even the girlfriend that I had, I made her wait until I got emotionally done. Because I had to tell her, I said, I'm not sure I'm emotionally done with my marriage yet. And I said, it's not fair to you. This is a word for the men. How you handle relationships and maturity. I said, it's not fair to you if I hook up with you and I'm not done with her. Because here you are, can invest your heart into me and you can fall in love with me, and she has the power, the power of the people, power to,
Yep.
she has the power to say, let's get back together. Then all of a sudden I drop you like a bad habit. Then what do you do with your emotions? What do you do with your feelings? And then I end up leaving her like Tandra's friend. I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna do that to you. So let's hold it until I make sure that I'm complete and utterly done. And we waited. We waited until I was completely over that. And so that is what I wanted to insert when we are talking about the power of it. It is powerful to where people have unalived themselves. They have, gotten caught up. They've gotten, misled. And we think Thin Line Between Love and Hate was just a movie. That was real. That was
That's
real
real
life,
life.
you know. And so when it's gone bad, get out. Run, Forrest. Run. Run, Janie. Run.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because it is. And I don't want to ever have to do those funerals. I don't ever want to have to counsel those people who you have to untie them from this person. Run, because realize, and I would say have regular evaluations. Okay, first of all, as believers, we're not supposed to be having sex. Okay,
But the fact of the matter is, some do.
some do, and then we have people who are not believers who listen to this program. So if you gonna do it, have regular check-ins. Am I still in love with this person, or am I in love with how they put it down?
Here's one. Do I even like this person?
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah.
yeah.
Um, I was gonna say real quick before we ended that there were out of the I have mentioned this in previous episodes that the times that I have tried to unalive myself. It was a total of 8 times. Out of those 8 times, two of those times were for men.
Wow.
One was for, well, a boy at the time, and the other was for a man. But out of those both times, it certainly was not about the good D. It was basically because I didn't want to be alone.
So it wasn't even really about him. It
It really
was
wasn't.
about you.
It was about me. Those two were just the catalyst for me getting to that point.
Hmm.
So, but yeah. Um, in conclusion, we're just saying all this to say that there's a cautionary tale about that good D and that good P because um, when that subsides and that wears off and you don't have much left, or if one wants to move on and the other one does not, that can cause major trouble ahead, especially if they have stalkerish tendencies.
Hmm.
Um, Someone who
Yes.
is not emotionally stable may come
Ooh,
and want to, and this is real now because when
it
somebody
is.
is hooked and they don't want to let go, and they're not
And
emotionally well, they have a tendency
it
to
is.
want to stalk. They have a tendency to want to trace you
Because
everywhere.
I would, it had not been for my spiritual father, I would have been one of those people.
Just saying. So
Because I wanted to stalk her. And I wanted to meet her. Because, see, we have, we, our anniversary of our wedding was on my birthday. And I used to tell people every day on my birthday, I want to punch her in the face every day. every year. Oh, I don't want to punch her. So what you're saying is true. You know, had it not been for people, my counselors,
Hmm.
my people in my life that keep my head straight, I would have been a stalker.
Yeah, because when you are not ready to let go, you're going to try to figure out whatever it takes to just hold on,
Mm.
you know? So, and that's the reason why um, this episode is important because do a self checkup, as O'Shea stated, about your well being and about where you are, when it comes to your mindset, when it comes to your emotional stability.
And
Uh,
do a checkup with them too. Go to therapy.
if you care.
Yes.
Here's the reason why I'm saying that, because there are a lot, once again, casual relationships. Some people just want the sex and don't care, want the
Yeah.
relations and don't care.
But here's why I say try to do, even if you don't care, you still need to know what kind of person they are. So that even if you do just want the sex and you just want to, have the relations and go on about your business, you do need to know if you need to change your address on your
Or your
foot.
locks. I'm just saying,
Because you
gotta
might
be
be at that
prepared.
place, but they may be the one emotionally unstable. And it's like, okay, I understand it, but I'm still gonna come by your house and get you an apartment that's not really your apartment.
Right. Or Murgatroyd, they end up getting an apartment across the hall from you. Like,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you need to, I almost want to say, a part of your dating profile, do a mental evaluation. Like, are
mhm.
you stable?
Well, they're not going to answer that honestly, because you can
That's
ask them
why
those
you take them to
questions.
a psychiatrist. That's why our first date is gonna be a psychiatrist. I ask them this. Suppose I suppose I go to the bathroom. How they take that?
Mm-mm.
Because
Suppose I leave them there at the thing, say I'm going to the bathroom, but actually leave them at the table and just leave the restaurant. How they feel
because
about
it's like I need to know because even or does or when we do have sex, do I notice that you zone out? You know what I'm saying? And you go to a different place, and I have to bring you back. That's a flag. You know what I'm saying?
That's a.
Because
I noticed you didn't say it was a red flag. It was a flag. That's what you said.
I mean, well, it's a red flag. I mean, 'cause if you have to bring them back, that's a red flag. But it doesn't matter what flag it is. It's a flag on the play, and which means the game has to stop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we make fun, but literally, it be people that sex, just the sex changes them.
Yeah.
And you need to know, do they go somewhere when they have sex? Do they go somewhere? I mean, mentally.
Yeah. Or like when you go to their house or whatever, and then you accidentally come across a voodoo doll of yourself, when you see that
See,
one.
first, yeah, what? I would tell a woman, my grandmama just feel I gotta go.
Just saying.
Because yeah, you're right. Because it is people out there that are, and as we get closer and closer to the last day, I mean, we laugh about it. We're making jokes and everything, but it's really, really serious though. It is people out there.
who are a few fries away from a happy meal. And you're not going to know it until after the fact because you're so distracted by them love bombing you that you don't see the red flags that comes with them.
Yeah, and that's why I teach at our ministry. I teach the singles come out of the clouds. Don't be on cloud nine to start. Come down. Come down.
Immediately.
Back to earth. And look at this person for who they are. Or have one of the things that I teach also is have your spiritual father, your spiritual mother, or your best friend, or somebody that doesn't have a dog in the fight that can come out, because you love them or you're enamored with them, so you don't see the things somebody else sees that does not have a dog in the fight. Like a lot of men or people that want to talk to my daughters, they don't necessarily want to talk to me because you can't impress me. I don't giggle when you say my name.
Hilarious. So I barely giggle when they say my
uh,
name. So
you
I
know,
don't
so
want
you can, I don't have a dog in the fight either way, and so you have to come. You can't be smooth with me because I'm not talking about. Ooh, his voice sound. No, what is your deal? Tell me now, for I prophesy and tell you. Because Tanya always say, and she say, you go into it and you look for their weakness and you just pick it apart. I said, I don't want none of my daughters being tricked. I will call out your bluff and call it out, yell it out from the rooftops.
it. Now that he would. That he
But
would.
you need somebody in your corner like that. And let me say this, stop getting rid of your girlfriends that are like Danny. Because Danny be knowing what's up. Now, she might not know what's up in
In
her
her own
real
life,
life, but she know what's up in yours. You know what I'm saying? And
you
if you
always
want
have
to
to
be,
have at least one friend that tells you the truth about yourself.
yeah, yeah, even if they don't tell themselves the truth about their own situation, thank them for telling you the truth about you so that you will know.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, with that said, O'Shea, tell them where they can find you.
They can find me at everything at the top. I am falling in love every day with TikTok. I have started really doing content. Um, I haven't started caring yet, but um, I've started doing content. Um, I have started a new series um on Instagram. I've started a new series on Instagram called Roll With Me for a Minute. And Roll With Me for a Minute is basically where I just share my heart on different things. Like our first episode was about the support of the church and what um how people are always saying the church should do this, the church should do that, the church should. Well, if you don't sow to that church, if you don't give to that church, how is that church supposed to do this and do? especially when they do it God's way. Especially when they do it God's way and they don't receive government grants or they don't receive this or receive that, or how are they supposed to? So I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Um, Thanks to Cheryl, I we are very active on Facebook. Thanks to Pastor Cheryl, we are very active on Facebook. And she's always posting prayers and things of that sort on our Facebook page. And there's our services and things on Facebook. So um, I'm very, I'm semi active on Instagram. Me and Instagram hadn't got married yet. And I have a link tree for you to find all of my other podcasts and shows and all of the other things I do. So you will find if you go to all of these platforms, I am never without something to do. So, um, time to tell them where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on all of the links below. And I am currently in a series on my TikTok page called The 50 Things That I Have Learned About My Life Before I Turn 50. So that is all the more reason why we should reach 5,000 subscribers because it'll be my 50th birthday and on April 2nd. So that would be a tremendous gift.
And
So,
a milestone.
at a milestone indeed, because, there's a few people in my family that didn't get to reach 50. So that's why I'm making a big deal out of this because
I know this.
you know, I'm just grateful to every time I wake up every day and I get to see another day. The first thing I do is thank God. So,
Yes.
but anyway, um, so I'm in the middle of that series. So you should definitely check me out on my TikTok page because I'm getting a lot of responses from that so far. And all my other platforms, but I also have my own LinkedIn tree. So both link trees will be in the description below. So all you have to do is just click to them and then go to our respective platforms.
I
So,
know that's right.
yeah. So, in the meantime, in between time, guess what? We will see you when we see you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.